I don't know why my shit is like grayed out for some reason. There's been a lot of conversation about Shigaraki versus Mahito. I didn't see the death battle, but I want to check it out. So let's go ahead and do that, chat. If y'all watch
Shigaraki versus Mahito.
I need to know. I need to know.
Versus the human disaster curse.
He's
hello?
Wiz and I'm Boomstick.
Oh, okay. I was about to
And
say.
it's our job to analyze their weapons, armor, and skills to find out who would win a death battle.
These jumps are
Tenko
so
Shimura
tough,
was just
bro.
a sweet, shy boy who loved superheroes.
But sometimes the hand of fate can't abide sweet shy boys.
Ruthlessly beaten and abused by his hero-hating father, Tenko pushed beyond his emotional limits until he activated his inherent superpower, or quirk.
It wasn't something cool like flight or super strength. In his terror, he accidentally killed his whole family. Well, except for dear old dad. That one was intentional.
Tenko wandered the streets alone, silently begging for someone, anyone, to help him. If only a hero was there to save him. But instead, the only open hand he found belonged to the devil.
All for one. The greatest
devil of that
supervillain in
world, yep.
history.
He took Tenko under his wing, feeding a hatred of everyone and everything, and grooming him to one day lead his league of villains in destroying hero
All
society.
right, W
With
backstory.
that came a new
Backstory.
name. Let's over that perfect pattern. Anything
Let's
she
hear
touches
his
with
breakdown.
all 5 fingers turns to dust. The perfect power for someone who just wants to destroy. Pretty menacing, if not for that dorky-ass costume. I get it, hands are his thing, but come on. They just look so dumb and fake.
Oh, those aren't prosthetics. Those are real hands from his family that he killed, attached to his face, and explicitly commanded to be left there by his mentor so that he would never forget his rage.
Okay.
While his use of decay started off relatively weak, it rapidly increased in power and range as Shigaraki came into his own.
Decay isn't even limited to whatever he's touching. Anything
Yeah.
that touches something he's decaying also decays.
Spreading like an all-consuming miasma that can wipe out anything from an enormous tower to an entire city.
If decay reaches you, your only hope is to isolate the body part that is disintegrating before it gets to something vital.
After years of training with the greatest supervillain of all time, Shigaraki was finally put in charge of his own team.
Imagine
with
having
one
to cut off
mission.
your own
He
legs,
must
bro.
kill his master's rival, the #1 hero, All Might.
Only to fall flat on his face.
Shigaraki was a terrible leader, quick-tempered, short-sighted, and, well,
Cringe! Oh, he's just so cringe. He uses gamer lingo unironically. He whines like a baby when things don't go his way. He's the kind of guy who would say normie in real life. In front of
That's actually like that's actually what gamers do. That nigga cheated. That nigga's cheating. That nigga cheated.
normies.
but they say defeat is the greatest teacher of all. Only through struggle could Shigaraki manifest his dark conviction.
Right as All Might's new protege, Izuku Midoriya, was coming into his own as well.
The
Yeah, we don't need to hear about him.
Move in
Spice not about him. God damn, how long is this
Shigaraki.
synopsis? God damn.
hatred.
and the new symbol of hope defeat.
Bro, we didn't need the entire
First back-
backstory.
A cursed spirit. Innumerable spirits exist.
we know about
weaker
Mahito
or
too. Let's
stronger,
go ahead and
depending
get to
on
the
the
fight.
amount of anxiety.
Let's get to the fight. Let's get to the fight. Let's get to the fight. This is what we came here to see, chat. Start death battle. I know y'all do y'all research.
I'd heard of a powerful villain stalking these parts. My organization is going to tear this putrid world down around us. We could use a freak of your talents.
Little old me. Do I want to be king of the
I
social
had to change my lights
rejects?
real quick.
How about I bring him your head instead?
Fine by me. Let's call this your audition. Sick'em.
I'm about to say, this shit loud as a bitch.
Game over.
Yeah, this nigga.
Did you actually just say that? God, how lame!
Audition over.
Did I get the part?
I like the fucking. I like the quips. I like the quips. Did I get the part? That shit. Black Flash.
What a rush!
That all you got? Domain expansion.
Domain expansion.
I can read your soul. You're just a scared little boy whose daddy is mean and wants to make it everyone else's problem. Grow up.
Hands off my masterpiece. I felt your soul too. You only hate humanity because you were born that way. Totally random. I hate them for a reason. You grow up.
What did I say, Wiz? Like a bitch.
With their complex
Like a
power
bitch.
sets, this match was a puzzle to figure out, which is why we're breaking it down to 3 categories: physical stats, survivability, and their powers.
But first, let's address one thing. Could Shigaraki even see Mahito? He's an invisible curse after all.
Cursed energy and quirks are notably different, and Shigaraki wouldn't be able to see curses normally. However, even regular humans can spontaneously develop the ability to see curses in life and death scenarios. And with the Surge quirk, Shigaraki would have had no problem tracking it.
So seeing Mahito wouldn't have been an issue. With that out of the way, we can jump into their stats.
This was no contest. Despite the disaster curses being able
That's
to
what I was
destroy entire
thinking.
cities with their cursed energy, Shigaraki scaling to Deku and Bakugo meant he was calculably millions of times stronger.
He was faster too, considering he could react to light beams, while Mahito's Black Flash capped out at nearly 1,000 times the speed of sound. Nothing to scoff at, but Shiggy was thousands of times faster. Shigaraki takes stats.
But survivability was a little trickier to figure out.
Yep, in terms of raw durability, Shigaraki was a lot tougher, and his ability to generate new flesh meant that he could heal any wounds he might receive super easy.
However, Mahito is a curse and is immune to the kind of overwhelming physical damage Shigaraki could dish out. Not only that, Mahito's regenerative ability via idle transfiguration meant that he'd come back from anything short of spiritual damage.
Considering Mahito's unique curse body, he should actually get the edge in survivability.
Which presents a crucial question. Could Shigaraki even kill a curse like Mahito in the first place?
Or would Mahito's unkillability give him the time he needed to eventually put Shiggy down with idle transfiguration?
It all
I
comes
don't
down
think so.
to their powers.
Shigaraki had a lot more variety with all of the crazy quirks All For One had collected over all the years, but none that we know of could properly kill a curse. That didn't mean idle transfiguration was a surefire bet either, though.
Of all things, Shigaraki's vestiges served as a spiritual shield from the the effects of idol transfiguration. The fact that Mahito could not avoid targeting Sukuna while attacking Yuji meant that he couldn't target specific souls inside a person.
And Shiggy has hundreds of soul-like entities inside of him. Sure, each one down means he loses a quirk, but that's more than enough time to land a single hit with Decay, especially considering how much faster Shiggy is.
And Mahito has no way to defend against Shigaraki's primary quirk. Decay has affected spiritual beings in the past. Again, vestiges. In fact, he was able to damage Deku's vestige and have that damage transferred to the Deku in the real world.
Mahito may be made of spirit energy, but he still has a physical form. In fact, sorcerers that couldn't naturally target the soul were able to fight him on even footing. No reason to think Shiggy wouldn't decay him like everyone else.
Giving Shigaraki the third and final edge. It was a unique duel to the death, but Shigaraki's overwhelming might, unstoppable powers, and deadly decay
that's just kind of
spelled the
crazy,
end
bro.
for the disaster curse.
Nothing else to say. You really gotta hand it to Shigaraki.
The winner is Tomura Shigaraki.
Next time on Death Battle.
Now I get to garden. Yo. W video. No cap. It kind of turned out how I thought it would. Not gonna lie.